What's goody? It's your boy and I'm back with another banging video. And today I got
Akila, man.
What's goody Bird gang? It's your boy and I'm back with another banger. Today we got NBA legends explaining why Larry Bird was so good. Hey, this is a basketball time machine video. He always give us some good videos. Oh, yeah, also make sure y'all subscribing to her channel.
Yes, Akila, man.
I'll drop that down in the description. Any newcomers, make sure y'all liking and subscribing at the bottom. Anything you do helps and it's all free. So liking the video will help more people see the video. And I'm a Big Bird supporter. She's also a Big Bird supporter. So let's show love to everybody. With that being said, I'm going to just jump into it. We're going to speak a little bit throughout. We're going to speak after. Let's get it.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
And this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey folks, what's good? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I hope you're ready for your weekly dose of old school NBA basketball. I recently discovered that I didn't cover my second favorite player of all time, Larry Bird, for almost 4 months now, which is way too long. So in today's episode, I want to show you guys NBA legends giving their opinion on how good Larry Bird was, and I really did my best to find some clips that you probably haven't seen a million times before. So yeah, I hope I hit you guys up with some new stuff. And before we start with this episode, I want to ask you guys for a small favor. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the show. And also, if you like the content, please hit the like button. All right, enough said. Now let's dive into today's episode.
All right, let's get it.
Now, how do we start? I would say let's start with Kevin McHale, the player that probably has the greatest Larry Bird stories. And in the following clip, he's sitting down with the legend himself talking about Larry Legend.
I was laughing because I was in the All-Star game with you when you walked in and asked who was going to get second place in the three-point contest. When you walked in there, what were you thinking when you made that announcement to the room? Just messing with all those guys like you always did.
Yeah,
with everybody?
I didn't. I had no clue. I never really practiced. Me and Danny used to shoot some before we went out there, but everybody's sitting there. Everybody's real quiet. You really didn't. You knew the guys, but you never were around them. And nobody's really saying anything. So I walk in and look around, and it just came out. I had no clue I was going to win it. But that's just part of the competition.
Okay, last question to each of you. Top 5 players of all time.
Kareem, Hakeem, Larry, Mike, and Magic.
He put Larry over Mike.
You put Larry Bird over Michael Jordan.
No, I said Mike and Magic, MJ and Magic.
Okay, but you put Larry first.
Now the next clip that I want to show you guys is from Wilt Chamberlain, obviously an old clip from, I think, from 1995, and he talks about how great Larry Legend was. Let's check it out.
And talk to me about race for 1 second. Larry Bird is considered a great player, but don't they sort of elevate him because he's a white guy?
Well, I think that may be in the minds of many, but this man also was very, very talented. I think he epitomized what a forward is supposed to do, and especially in the game that he played, because he was technically correct. He was a correct type of basketball player, and most people today don't play the game correctly.
I see.
And he did.
We still haven't heard Kobe or LeBron being mentioned.
I'm thumb wrestling in that 5 between giving LeBron the edge over Larry. Bird 6.
Okay.
Bird, for those that don't know, won 3 straight MVPs in the league with the Showtime Lakers and Michael Jordan and the Bad Boys president.
All right.
3 straight MVPs. MVP.
So you would say that was the baddest white boy ever?
No question. Not even close. No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay. 7.
And he coached me for 3 years in Indiana.
Right.
How about that?
Exactly.
One of the greatest players to ever play this game. A kid from French Lick, Boston, and one of the few guys that ever be in a three-point contest and shoot with a warm-up shirt on. And for young guys that don't know him, they think of Larry Bird as a jump shooter. but he was so much more than that. He was a passer. He averaged double-digit rebounds. He defended, he took charges, and he's a straight-up complete basketball player. And me as a small forward, Scotty, Bird, Doc, George Gervin, the guys that I kind of looked up to being a small forward.
My rookie year, Mark McGuire didn't want to play against the Boston Celtics for whatever reason. Could have been
called Bird idea.
Yeah, traded match. So I was, I think, at that point, the third small forward, and Larry gave us 50.
So you see the outlet pass, beautiful outlet pass by Tree, goes past the defense. Larry jumps, and I'm like, oh, he's too late. He's too late. And I got fouled on this play, but that dunk was more of a kind of an angry dunk because I think I got torched a couple of times earlier, so that was a way of getting him back.
Look out! He almost ripped the glass apart on that one.
But he said, I like you. You got heart, but I'm still getting 30 on you tonight. But to me, I couldn't believe he jumped at it. When you talk basketball to someone like Larry Bird, you're getting a history lesson too. I mean, the guy is part of.
Just the fact that he did jump on that one, and Dominique Wilkins got super hops. That shows his fearlessness. He probably couldn't get it, but he was such a competitor he could not jump. He could not jump. You know what I'm saying? That was another thing they said at the beginning of the video, and that's where I really stopped it. I wanted to speak on that a little bit. The dude asked the question to the other guy, and he was like, "Do you think Larry Bird is overrated because he's a white guy?" But in my opinion, I kind of feel like he's underrated because he's white. Like, that's why he's never in everybody's top 10, and the conversation is never there. And I feel like he's kind of forgotten in a sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people be hating in the comment. One dude was like, "Bro, what are you talking about? Larry Bird's not forgotten." Then why he not in everybody's top 10? I should do a video like that where I go out and I just ask people what their top 5 or top 10 is. And we might hear some Larry Birds, you know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking we're not going to hear as many as I'm thinking, because I didn't know Larry Bird was like this until I got into the reactions.
You'd be surprised.
I might be surprised. I'm not saying I know, but I feel like he's super underrated because I didn't get on him until late, and I've been a big basketball fan. And I knew about Hakeem, I knew about Kareem, I knew about all the old school. I knew about Magic, but I didn't know about Bird. That's why I feel like
So
he's
how long has
underrated.
it been, like a year?
A year what?
That you've been knowing about him?
Maybe about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I've been like really.
Because I never heard of him either till like
getting into him. You know what I'm saying? But watching these stories, you know what I'm saying? And it started off from the highlights. It showed me what type of player he is. Then I started hearing the backstory about him, and kind of the love grew. But we're gonna jump back into it. Let's get it.
History. To play against guys like that in my career, that's once in a lifetime.
Now the next clip that we're going to take a look at is with Patrick Ewing on the Dan Patrick Show, talking about his relationship with Larry Bird and what made Larry Bird unique.
Did he talk trash on the floor?
Oh, definitely. I think that story you talked about, X, I think that's one of the stories you got from me.
Oh, exactly.
You might have got it from me. Blau used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, a lot of my friends was like that, So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He can, whatever you were saying for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody.
So your guys are saying, how can you let this guy?
Oh, he's doing it on everybody.
But playing basketball with Larry Bird was like singing with Jerry Garcia. It was like talking science with Albert Einstein. It was like talking history with Eugene Debs.
Yeah.
It was just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Yeah. I never played with a better player than Larry Bird.
Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, Kareem Abdul, all the Laker greats. I would always sit down and just ask them questions about certain games that I studied growing up. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. So I'm missing something. So tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
Makes it.
Bird.
He passed it off the backboard to himself.
This guy was going to do one thing, almost every night that really spun your head around, made you do like a Lyndon Blair. You just couldn't believe this was happening.
Bird to Vincent to Bird.
Hey, let me stop it. That Kobe shit he just said was in my head, and I had to stop it, bro. It was funny to me that he said that. He was like, hey, if like he wanted to know the feel from the legends and everything. And I know Kobe was a real student. He was real deep into everything. Not only the knowledge of the game, his practice ethic, work ethic, all that was crazy. It was on a different level. Like he had to shoot like 100 jump shots every day or something, like a crazy insane number before he ever stopped any type of like practice. This is just practice. He don't care if he got a game or a regular team practice. He does that for himself. His work ethic was different. But the thing he said about Larry Bird and how he was like, hey, was he hard to defend? Because he looked slow as shit to me. That's funny to me because I understand stuff like that because I played a lot of basketball, and it's like the fundamental players, especially if they're like big, because he was like 6'10" anyway. Like, let's not even neglect that. But fundamental players are some of the hardest to guard. If he knows the angles and how to move, it doesn't matter if you're slow. Jokic, let's take that for example. That's why he's killing the league right now. He's probably the slowest player in the league, but he's so skilled and so fundamentally sound that there's nothing you can do with him. And that's how I feel about Bird, you know what I'm saying? There's really nothing you can, even though you could probably try to anticipate what he's going to do, he's so skilled, he'll shoot it over the top, like, and just hit you with a couple of fakes, get himself wide open. He's slow, but he knows what to do. It's crazy. Clever. Yeah, that's why I appreciate his game so much. But let me jump back into it.
Over the backboard! Oh!
Over the backboard. That's crazy.
I don't believe it.
He was playing chess and everybody else was playing checkers. He was 3 moves ahead of everybody else. And you never knew what he was going to do, but you knew it was going to be something special.
Bird steals it. You can see it coming, and look at the pass to McHale. Isn't that beautiful?
He would do a head fake, or he would do this, and the guy would turn, and he would just fake the crap out of guys.
Blind defense.
There's the play of the game, right
there. To the assist.
Larry used to come in the locker rooms. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, you know, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. You know, he needed those kind of challenges.
All right. Bird with the step. Talk about creativity.
One of the great fourth quarters in NBA playoff history, Game 7 against Detroit in 1987. Larry Bird suddenly, for no explicable reason, decided to bank in a left-hand 15-footer.
Larry Bird. I don't believe that, John.
And I can tell you, talking to Magic Johnson, and that the Lakers were watching that game. This guy just about fell off the chair, you know, just laughing. And I asked him about it. It was just because. He was amusing himself in a playoff game.
Ron posted to his Instagram that he believes Larry Bird could have dominated in any era. And Shannon, you've often said Larry was your favorite player growing up. And we know your stance on LeBron being the GOAT, but how close was Larry Bird to LeBron? I start with you.
I think they're closer than people think. I don't think people realize just how talented Larry Bird was and how great he was. Larry Bird was a career 24, 10, and 6 guy.
Was under 10 seconds, and we came back.
Shannon Sharp always give a good
said, I'm gonna get it right here, X, and I'm gonna shoot it in your blinking face. And I was like, well, I'll be right here waiting on you too.
Let's see if they wind it all the way down. Bird hits the hoop. What a shot!
You could be waiting, it don't matter.
He hit it and he looked at me and he was like, damn, I didn't mean to leave nothing on the clock. And I just looked at him and said, oh, conceited bastard.
The greatest buzzer beater of them all was against Portland on a Sunday afternoon in Boston.
DJ again to make the inbounds pass. The double team at Bird. Larry, fake, fall away.
Oh yeah. Out the double team.
The gentleman you just talked about, Larry Bird.
Oh shit, that's the man shit. He's like your Magic, your Kareem, you know, that once in a life player, franchise changing player. That's the category that Larry was in. And not to mention, I like the way he led us as a team. He wasn't in your face, you know, that talking trash to you. He led by example.
I hear that you retired. Thank goodness. I'm glad. I'm tired of seeing your face. It brought a lot of sad memories to me, but you know, I enjoyed you tremendously. I wish you a lot of luck, and I think you had a very wonderful career, even though you probably ruined a lot of my successful games against the Boston Celtics.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I guess I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.
Alright, that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Basketball Time Machine. I definitely like this video, man. Larry Bird was definitely like one of the best. And some people agree with me and some people don't. When I be like, he underrated. Some people be like, bro, you're retarded. There's no way. But in my community, where I'm from, he's definitely underrated. Not too many people even know he's like that. Like, I did actual reactions with a couple of my bros, you feel me? And none of them knew Larry Bird was hooping like that. Like, I'm telling you, we know he was good, but everybody thinks he was just a shooter. And that's not true at all. You know what I'm saying? He had like a full-rounded game. And I honestly think his defense was a lot better than everybody give him credit for.
He was just creative.
He was very creative, but I feel like he was also like the most fundamental. He was the most skilled, the most fundamental, and the most skilled. He didn't have to be the most athletic because he was the best player out there. That's how I felt about him. And like somebody said, yo, 0-3 and 0-4. That's what Jordan was against him. Correct me if it was a comment somebody said, bro, because I was watching another video and they said Jordan was 11-23 every time he played Larry Bird, like throughout his whole career. And somebody was like, in the playoffs he was 0-3 and 0-4. So he really was the Jordan killer, like no doubt about it. He definitely got to be number 5 in my top 5. I don't know who I'm taking out, but he definitely in that bit. But I appreciate you guys rocking with us for this video. Make sure y'all like it and subscribe, and let's get it up to at least 5,000 likes. If it's not at 5,000 likes right now when you're watching it, please like the video up. You feel me? Hit the little buttons at the bottom. They all free and just helping me to grow. I'm trying to get hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you can be the one to help me get close to that. Make sure you subscribe to her channel.
Akila Mac.
I appreciate you for watching. I hope you know what it is, and we out you dig.